Hello, everyone.
I'm Jessie.
And I'm Dustin, and welcome to the very first Stud or Scrub Battle Report. At the Stud or Scrub headquarters, to be named later on when we get more creative and aren't ready to just play a game. I will be facing off against Jessie. I am Dustin, in case you don't know who's behind the camera right now. So we are Stud or Scrub. We're going to start this battle report right now, but I want to know what Jesse's bringing. I don't even know what he's bringing yet. Jessie, what have you brought to fight me with today?
You know exactly what I'm bringing. You made the majority of this list.
Majority of it. There's something in this list that I had no say in whatsoever. But so, here we are.
The list is a Thousand Suns Battalion. Mm-hmm. Cult of Duplicity.
I think that's the best. Magic is good too, but I think the way you're building is Duplicity's.
Yeah, for sure. So we have 3 HQs, 2 Demon Princes, and an Exalted Sorcerer, which I forgot at home, so Dustin gave me a Librarian.
Okay, borrowed. I'm going to give you this.
He's mine now.
This amazingly painted model of mine from God knows when.
So, Warlord is this Demon Prince. He's got a 3-up invuln save.
Oh, fuck that guy.
And a Dark Matter Crystal, so something can Deep Strike.
Redeploy kind of, right?
Redeploy, yep. His psychic powers are Gaze of Fate.
Of course.
And Death Hex.
Well, that sucks. Okay.
And this guy, he's got Warp Time and Prescience. He also has +1 to cast.
Is that a Warlord trait or a Relic?
+1 to cast is a Warlord trait.
Warlord trait.
Spend a CP for it. This guy's next. Just an Exalted Sorcerer. He has Infernal Gaze and Doombolt.
Looks kind of like a Librarian.
Looks kind of like a Librarian. Then we have 5 units of Rubrics.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's a unit of Rubric. They're just black.
Okay.
They're hiding.
Come on, Jess. You're supposed to be the painter on this channel.
They're hiding.
They're the invisible. They're the stealth suit style of rubrics.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we have 4 5-man squads and 1 10-man squad. 3 of them will have the +1, the -1 to be hit. 2 of them will have +1 to invuln. Then we have a 10-man squad of Scarab Occult Terminators.
I love these guys. They're so good.
They are very good. They'll have the +1 invuln power.
Of course. Then
we have a patrol of Khorne Demons.
Oh my god. Look at the bloodletters. They're back!
So we have a Blood Master. 2 units of bloodletters. 120, 119. Both of them have banners.
My OCD is going to drive me nuts.
Yeah, it's been bugging me too. 2 banners. And they spent the CP for the banner of blood. And then 2 5-man squads of Flesh Hounds.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
2 5-man squads of Flesh Hounds.
Flesh Hounds.
Yes.
Flesh Hounds.
They're not going to be good, but I want to play.
For those of you that don't know, Jesse, he has like 100 of these things, so seeing them again is bringing back some memories.
I think, in 7th edition, I used to run like 50 or 60 of them.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. And they were good in 7th. They were very good.
Not so good anymore.
Well, we're going to find out in this battle report. So that's 2,000 points on the dot. Did you manage to get it there?
No, it's 1997.
Oh my god, you're making my OCD really go nuts here.
Dude, everything's 5 points. Every upgrade's 5 points.
All right, let's have a look at my army. I'm at exactly 2,000. And here's my 2,000 points of pure GSC with, count 'em, 0 Ridge Runners.
So stupid.
You're stupid. Okay, so we're going to start off. I have a double battalion. One is pure Bladed Cog. The other one is mixed, but it's basically Bladed Cog with 1 4-armed Emperor Warlord. I have... Where my HQs go? Where'd they go? There they are. Okay. One detachment has the Primus, an Abominant, and he has the Mark of the Clawed Omnissiah, and he's a pure Bladed Cog detachment, so he actually has a 3-up invuln too. Fuck you, Jesse.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I can do that too.
Death Hex that motherfucker.
Yeah, no, you can't do that because no. And Patriarch as well. But that is not the Warlord Patriarch. There's another Patriarch in the list. I also have in the Bladed Cog Pure Detachment 5 units of Neophytes. 10 man. 3 of them have 2 mining lasers, and the other 2 have 2 seismic cannons. And one of the ones in the seismic cannon squad also has a flamer because I had 5 points I didn't know what to do with, and I guarantee you I will forget about it in the game. So
perfect.
But I'm 2,000 points even. And that's the important part, okay? That detachment also has 2 groups of 5 aberrants, each with a stop sign.
The most powerful weapon in the 41st millennium.
It is, yes. The stop sign is the greatest weapon known to humans, Eldari, Xenos alike. There's also 2 Goliath rock grinders in that detachment.
I don't even know what those do.
Nobody does. We're going to find out together. They have heavy seismic cannons on them. I like a lot of 2 damage guns in this arc. It's meant to fight Primaris and Marines generally. This is an anti-Marine list. Believe it or not, it actually does really well against Marines. There's also a Goliath in that list. So, 3 different transports. The rock grinders can hold 6 units.
6 models.
6 models. Sorry,
Yeah.
Units. If they're all characters, they're units. Okay, fuck you. Then the other detachment, we have the Warlord Patriarch, which is Kerrigan herself. She is accompanied by a Magus with a Crouchling and another CP spent on him for the Cult Psyche. So he gets his 2 powers and +1 to cast if he's within 6 inches of another friendly Psyker of his own cult.
Right.
Which is actually this guy here, because Kerrigan is the only 4-armed Emperor Patriarch. She is the only 4-armed Emperor in this detachment as well, aside from the 5-man Acolyte squad as well. So those 2 are 4-armed Emperor. Everything else in this detachment is Bladed Cog. It also includes the Alphys, a 10-man Acolyte Rocksaw squad, so 4 Rocksaws and an Icon for the reroll 1s. And that's about it, aside from 10-man Brood Brother squad. They're
Just there?
Just there. There's there.
Alright.
That's the list. That's exactly 2,000 points, thanks to that flamer that I already forgot where he is. Yeah. Pretty cool, right? You scared, Jessie?
You don't like GSC cult, so yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that was supposed to be... Oh, now I feel bad. All right, let's move on to deployment. Here's the battlefield we are looking at. We are going to be playing mission number 11 from the Grand Tournament 2020 Strike Force book. So we're looking at 6 objectives, hammer and anvil deployment. Jessie has won the roll-up to choose deployment zones, and he really, really wanted this zone for some reason.
This one.
Yeah, it was really, really important to him to get that zone. We also have picked our secondaries. We are both doing the exact same secondaries. We're both doing deploy scramblers, engage on all fronts, and while we stand, we fight. So for him, it's his...
Thousand Suns HQs.
Yeah, literally all of the Thousand Suns HQs. For me, it is the Patriarch, and the Abominant. Just to remind everybody, this is our first battle report, so please let us know if this is the kind of format you'd like us for us in the future. We can always change it up too. And these are a little bit softer lists right now because we're testing out a few things since we're still trying to get Jesse's new list kind of ironed out. So he really wanted to try Fleshhounds in 9th edition, see if they were at all worth it.
Yeah.
We'll all find out together if they are worth it at all.
Probably not, but
we both understand they're probably not worth it. I didn't take like a fully hard list against it either because I knew we were doing that. We're just trying to iron this out for him, and we're going to be testing out some things. And it's kind of a coaching game too, so we'll walk through some of our thoughts before each deployment or each phase. And yeah, let's duke it out now. And here we are after deployment. Jessie has deployed, as Jessie does, extremely aggressively, right on the line.
Right on the line.
Look at these flesh hounds. How far do they move again, Jessie?
8.
Oh, they're so fucking fast, eh?
It's ridiculous.
It's very different from the 12 inches they used to move.
Yeah, 12.
Do they still scout?
No.
Fuck's sakes, oh my god.
They lost everything.
Why are they here?
They went up in points.
Oh my god. Well, everything went up in points, so that's not entirely shocking.
Well, they're back down to the same amount of points as they were.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's not terrible.
No, that's a lie. They went up in 9th again, so they're more expensive.
You guys have a long way to go to prove yourself here. So I'm rooting for you. I really am. I really am. I want them to do well.
I don't think they will.
All these guys are on the bottom floor. Jesse's just a lazy shit and put them on top of the
bottom
building.
floor. Same with these guys.
Same with these guys here. That guy's not even standing up.
A bunch of them are.
What the fuck?
They're all in there. It's fine.
Yep. Nothing but the best. They're all on the bottom floor, right?
Well, no, these guys are behind them. They all fit. Don't worry about it.
Nothing but the best here from Status Scrub, guys. We're really
providing the best
content we possibly can right now. Let's have a look at my deployment. My deployment's it's pretty standard. Here we go. Look at that. Look at it.
It's bullshit.
This is why GSC are so much fun. This right here, I still think is the most powerful thing you can do in deployment. It's ridiculous.
All right, let's do a roll. See who goes first. We'll do that on
camera. Oh, we're gonna do that on camera. All right. Right. Who chooses to go first?
Who chooses?
Here we go. Where mine go? Oh!
Make your pick.
That's right. Do I want to go first or second against you? I don't actually know. I think I'm just going to go first because, yeah, fuck you, Jesse.
All right.
Here we go. GSC for turn 1 coming up. End of my movement phase. I've put a couple guys out here. They deployed back here, moved out. I want to get an objective there. Moved around my psychers a little bit and my characters. All of them still within some blocking range because I just want to get sniped by stupid AP2s.
I'm assuming these guys just touching here?
Yep. And those guys just touching there. So if you're noticing, for those of you that aren't familiar with some of the tricks we can do, I did actually want to deploy outside my deployment zone a little bit with the transports. You can do that with the blips because the first model you place, the way it's worded, does not have to be in your deployment zone. So things like transports that are one model could technically be outside of it. Now, I didn't go hyper aggressive, even though I really, really wanted to. I'm trying to teach by doing. So I'm not doing it. However, I could not resist having the Acolytes rushed out of there because this guy did deploy outside the deployment zone, so they got extra movement from that. So because they can come out 3 inches from the tip of that, I used their strats so they can advance and charge, and I rolled a sexy Canada 6 for their advance. So they are right in Jesse's face. Hopefully to kill that stupid 10-man squad that's not even painted, you lazy shit. That's my goal. Kill all the unpainted shit first. I think that's a good goal. I also forgot. Oh, sorry.
Stuff that is painted is painted very well.
It is painted extremely well. That's why I'm very upset with you. We're not painting the rest of it right now. I did forget my warlord trait that Kerrigan has is inscrutable cunning, so I do have a D3 extra command points. So I got one, spent one because 1 CP to advance a charge, but I'm going to get D3 more right now. I'm going to get 2 more. All right. I'm going to start shooting you then after I do some psychic and then charge you, I think. Okay. That's how this game works, right?
That is the way it works.
All right, let's do this. End of turn 1 shooting and psychic phase. The only power I did was Might from Beyond from my souped up cult psych, just in range of my acolytes to go and kill some rubrics. I wanted to Undying Vigor them. Unfortunately, it's short range and lame. So these guys have Undying Vigor instead. Jesse also let me move this guy. He didn't move before. I just wanted to show you guys how I deployed that one. He was cheeky, but I wanted to move this guy. So Jesse let me do that. So thank you, Jesse.
Best sport.
This is your best sport right here. He's already trying to get it again. You're going to get my vote for this game, Jesse. On to the charge phase. I'm going to make my ridiculously long charge. Jesse, would you like to Overwatch?
No.
Almost forgot. These guys deployed scramblers in my zone. 1 down, 2 to go. End of turn 1 for the Gene Stealer Cult. This Rock Grinder here slammed into some Fleshhounds, killed 2, and then you failed morale, but then the last guy did not run away. These Rock Saws obliterated the Runics, but only barely, and only because I spent a CP on the Bladed Cog Exploding 6's strat, and I got like 10 explosions, which was, it was pretty solid. So that went well. We also forgot to mention Jesse spent CP to deep strike all his Bloodletters and that Bloodletter character. And I have a Seismic Cannon squad in deep strike as well as a 5-man Knocklight squad as well. Probably should have mentioned that earlier. But that is my turn. I will be getting 3 points for engaging all fronts because I'm right in Jesse's face just like he likes it. And now he's trying to see if I left a spot for him in the back. He might be disappointed though. We're going to have to find out. Jesse's turn 1 coming up. End of Jesse's first movement phase. He advances these rubrics up. Scarabs move up a little bit. They want to be in range of the squad over here. This is Demon Prince. That one moved back. This one moved up to give them some rerolls to the Scarabs back there. Rubrics back here moved on to the objective. Sorcerer pussied out and backed off. Flesh Hounds are going to try to actually do something in this game. It's going to be fun.
These guys grabbing these objectives.
They grabbed that objective. So, Jesse, you are getting slammed into right now. You're on the back foot, right? So what are you going to do?
I don't like this.
You don't like this. This is the opposite of how you like to play.
Yeah, so right now...
this is coaching, so let's go, Jesse. What's your plan?
So the plan is to try and take the primary if I can.
That's very important. Oh, yeah, there was no room back here.
No, yeah, I couldn't deep strike.
He thought he had a gap.
I did not. So one of these 2 units will deploy Scrambler so I can get that in my deployment zone done. Mm-hmm. These guys will get warp timed, hopefully, up to here.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to kill this.
Because there's too many things
The whole reason I put this here, there's actually, because the close combat Sanctus is in there, so if he does pop it, it'll be able to heroically intervene and potentially kill whatever's on there. Because he is 2 damage. Yeah. Rubrics don't like that.
So yeah, so not killing this. These guys are going to try and shoot them off the objective. Mm-hmm. 40 shots at -2. I'm hoping that they'll be hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. And I might even make them wound on 2s. I don't know yet.
Wow, that's just a squad, but it is important to kill. Well, it is and it isn't. This is one of the objective or the primary is only holding 1 and holding 2 to get 10 points.
Yeah.
So if he really wants to get, he's like take 2 away, or technically 3, I guess. But getting off as many objectives as possible right now is very, very important.
Yeah.
So and killing my infantry, my opposite guys is obviously important. That's why I focused so much on that 1 5-man squad of rubric last turn too.
So one of these 2 will deploy. The other ones will shoot here. These guys will charge in. We'll cast some powers with these guys, some smites.
I think it'll have to be those guys. I think they're not quite fully in your deployment zone. So yeah, those guys will deploy.
These guys will do.
Those guys will do. That will shoot.
And then they'll run.
They already ran, so you want to warp time?
Yeah, when we warp time them, then we'll cast some powers.
All right.
So let's do that and try. The goal this turn is to try and get some primary points. I won't get any for engage on all fronts.
Yeah, so right now you just want to try to keep it as close as you can so you can come back in a later turn when you get your massive hordes on the table with me as well. All right, so we'll come back after his shooting phase, I think. Psychic phases. We don't need to recap that. We'll be back. End of Jesse's shooting phase. He did, I think, what he wanted to do, or what he needed to do. These scarabs killed all these poor little frickin'... He almost vetted them, too.
I didn't, though.
He didn't, but he really wanted to. Thought about it. Like, it's not worth it. Like, it's not actual point swing.
I thought that I'd get the points now for the primary, rather than at the beginning of my turn. That was the mistake.
Right. So, because it's not a point swing, figured it wasn't worth it. Didn't matter. They still died. And he shot a lot of AP2 bullshit into my
these guys.
Acolytes. There are 4 alive in there. The banner and 3 rock stars. So the Flesh Hounds get to do something.
Flesh Hounds get to do something.
Can they kill 4 Acolytes? If they can't, that's the end of them.
And that's basically
that was basically. And then his psychic phase, he smited this, got hit, buffed the shit out of these guys. So they're -1 hit. They're +1 invuln. What was? Oh yeah, he gazed a fate, but that was used up to make sure you got off the -1 to hit.
Yep.
He knows he's already in dense terrain, but there's some close combat right here. So he wants to be ready for that. All right, we'll go on to the charge phase, see if these Flesh Hounds can kill the Acolytes, and see what he wants to do here. Let's see if a Flesh Hound can kill this. No, okay, never mind. Let's gonna move on. End of Jesse's turn 1. So he decided not to charge with the Scarabs into the Rock Grinder. Explain your reasoning on that one, Jesse.
Because I can't block you in because of that strategy.
The emergency disembark, which I would, even if he didn't surround me, I'd still use it to get the extra movement, which is a cool trick to do. And I like being able to move around your back line with Aberrance and a Sanctus.
So right now my thought is you have to get out, and I get the ability to Overwatch with 40 -2 shots.
Yeah, so, and that does a lot to Aberrance, believe it or not, because high volume is how you deal with them for sure.
So that's why I didn't charge there, so I could still get the Overwatch.
Yeah, and we're gonna move over here a little bit. Move over it. Oh!
Roll 5 ones to wound.
Oh no!
5 ones to wound.
I really wanted to spend the 2 CP to auto pass him just to be a dick, but there's absolutely no benefit to me doing that. So instead, I'm going to roll on camera, and if he gets a 1, he doesn't run. No, he's very, very afraid. He's leaving. So that is the end of your turn. You deployed scramblers in your zone. Didn't get to engage enough fronts. I think that's the right choice right now. You don't want to overextend because you need to deal with what's in your lines right now and wait for your reinforcements to come in. How do you feel about that turn?
I think it was okay.
You did what you needed to do.
Yeah, it wasn't... last time I played this army, I went first, so it was a lot more... It was able to be a lot more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
So it was more fun. But I also had Berserkers last time, so we'll see what happens turn 2 when the Bloodletters come in.
Yeah, and again, we want to try a Demon Attachment. Next game, we'll probably get Jessie to try some Berserkers, and we're going to keep refining it until we get something that we like. But we still really like the Thousand Sun Detachment.
The Thousand Sun Detachment is pretty solid.
Pretty solid. So we're happy with that one. It's just the other detachment we're going to toy with. We'll see how these Bloodletters do next turn or the turn after, or... Oh, who the fuck are we kidding? It's Jessie. Of course they're coming in next turn.
Coming in next.
Yeah, okay. Moving on to my turn 2. I will be getting just the 10 points for primary because I'm on those 2 objectives. I obviously do not hold more than Jessie because he holds 3 right now. Keep me off of that one, so it means I'm going to have to put some more reinforcements on there. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. My turn 2 coming up. I did forget to mention that the Rock Grinder barely killed that Flesh Hound on the attack back. Only did 1 damage, but I re-rolled it because I figured it'd be worth it to free him up. And I got it. So he's free now to shoot and move as he wishes. Which is actually a pretty big deal. End of my turn 2 movement phase. Knowing that Jessie has duplicity, can just start jumping all over the place, and 39, well, I guess technically 40 Bloodletters with the character coming in. I wanted to make sure that I spread it as much as I can and prevent him from coming in any place that would really hurt me. Aberrant's got out here. I want to try to just kill those rubrics off of that objective. Rock Grinder's probably going to be charging these scarabs, so I can at least keep them in close combat and not shooting 40 shots wherever they want. Unless he does his stupid shit and then...
Calls duplicity?
Yeah, that thing. But at least the force has been to do something with them. And then I've zoned out the board all back here... And all along the middle, the Goliath moved up to help do it some more. The guys inside got out. I don't think I mentioned the first turn. I probably should. When the Acolytes got out on first turn there, these guys moved out and got in. So they got extra range because they were in there. They didn't suffer the penalty to move and shoot because they're bladed cog. So neat little trick there you guys can use. It's pretty cool. Goliaths they have tricks for them. A little gimmicky, but they're useful for 85 points. Sorry, 95 because he's actually equipped with demo charges. And this Rock Rider moved up too with the Primus and another Aberrant squad in there. One of my deep strikes of the seismic cannons came in back there to help zone out, hold the objective. And my little 5-man squad came back here. They could fit in this little pocket here. And they're taking out their laptops and typing on it to deploy scramblers in Jessie's zone. So let's go on to Psychic and then shooting and see what I can do. I have to try to kick them off objectives and see how much primary I can deny, if any. Let's see what happens. All right, end of my turn 2 shooting, and we have discovered that rubrics do not like 2 damage seismic cannons.
No.
Or 3 damage in some cases. Wow, that went pretty well. So I killed 3 of the rubrics here. I cleared 4 of the rubrics over here, 4 of the rubrics over here with all of my seismic cannons that were up here. Deep struck another squad back there to be in range. These guys here shot at the flesh hounds here and finished them off. So I took 2 pot shots at these guys and yeah, did nothing. So that's that. So the shooting phase went pretty well. Let's see if we can keep it up with the charge phase. I got to keep this pressure on so it's harder for the Bloodletters to come in and wipe me off the board because I cannot take a charge from them. So charge phase, they're going to be going there. He's going to be going there. And Mr. Sanctus is going to try to kick him off that last objective there. Can we do it? Let's find out. End of my turn 2. So, I did manage to kick him off every objective. Some of them were pretty close. I didn't want to take a chance killing that one guy with the Rock Grinder in close combat because he could do all kinds of strats and make him get bonus involved and shit. So, I used the strat, I can't remember the name of it, from Greater Good, that he can do a mortal wound to infantry when he charges on a 2-up. Did it, and got a stud, so he blew up. The Rock Grinder over here, though, killed a Terminator, and then got completely obliterated by these vetted Terminators.
Yeah.
Which didn't completely surprise me, But the number of 4s he got was pretty good. So, yeah, -3 is that's a bane of a 4-up save, that's for sure. I don't think I made a single feel no pain either. But he's going to try to fit some bloodletters in here, and I think it's time for Jessie to start salvaging the points he can. So we're going to figure out what he can do, and we're going to come back for Jessie's turn 2. End of turn 2 movement, and we did the psychic too, just so we can get more movement down since you have Sunday movement shenanigans. Jessie has gone into defensive mode, which I know he doesn't like, but it's the right decision right now. So these Scarabs' job is now to hold that objective with their dear lives. They moved over, they duplicity themselves. Did they get +1 invul and -1 to hit?
Yeah, I use CP to change out a power and cast an extra power.
Yeah, so he uses a lot of CP to make sure his psychic did what he wanted it to do. It did. They're now buffed. They're on that objective. And these bloodletters have their eyes set on this objective and these aberrants. He still has 1 squad left. He's confident that he should be able to clear this off because I am spread out a lot now. So it's a good move for Jessie to start trying to push me back. He needs to hold this objective here with his the core of his army right now, and see if the bloodletters can start pushing me back. Because I don't have, my back line is, it's shit. So this front line is all I've got to keep him at bay. So we'll see if Jessie can come back. These bloodletters are going to make a big difference, and those guys can get a bead on my acolytes hiding back there, and we'll see what he can do. Shooting phase coming up. All right, end of his shooting phase. These Scarabs obliterated the frickin' poor acolytes back there. Put a couple wounds on the rock grinder. I did use the strat to make him ignore negative AP 1 and 2, so it actually made a big difference. But he took 2 damage, and the bloodletters made their charge in glorious fashion. Except for this little guy just gets to sit back and watch them kill aberrants. So he did exactly what he wanted to do this turn, as long as these aberrants die, which I can't see them surviving this unless I roll absolute fire, feel no pains. I really miss fight and death right now. I really miss it. All right, end of Jessie's turn 2. Yeah, the aberrants are no more. To put it in perspective, Jessie rolled poorly. They still died horribly. So
they also didn't have their invuln. They got their invuln.
And they didn't. Yeah, you took away their invuln, which did make a big deal. They didn't start on the table on my turn, so I couldn't give them a 4-up. Feel no pain. But yeah, they died. So we got that objective, which is good. He held that one, and he's hunkering down there. So I have to try to kick him off of this thing now. My turn. I don't think it's worth me trying to kill those Scarabs. Maybe try to take some pot shots at him, but I don't think it's worth trying to kill him. I think I need to keep the other Bloodletter squad zoned off as much as I can, and then kill these guys, because holy crap do they ever hurt. All right, my turn 3 coming up. End of my turn 3 movement phase. I did get the 15 points for primary because I held quite a few more, and I held at least 2 for sure. So I've spread out again because he still has another 19-man squad of Bloodletters. I needed to make sure that he couldn't go anywhere that would really decimate me. So these aberrants moved out, spread out, 5-man squad, so they don't need to worry about coherency as much, to make sure he couldn't come back here to grab this objective. That Goliath moved over there, so he basically, everything I moved up, I'm forcing him to come in that corner so I can focus all my guns on these stupid Bloodletters before they kick the shit out of me. I'm probably not even going to do anything to these guys because, honestly, there isn't a point. I am not charging with these aberrants. I need to keep them there to make sure he doesn't come in the spot that I don't want him to come. May seem like a waste.
Or there's a chance they kill them in close combat. Like the Scarabs can kill them in close combat, in all honesty.
Oh, 100%. That's what I mean. They would die. They wouldn't kill them, and they would probably die. It's just not worth it for me. So it's all about board control. Board control is a very important aspect in 9th edition. I'm still on all 4 of these objectives here. Not going to bother contesting that one. I'm going to try to kill him off that one. That's the best I can do at this point. I need to do as much damage to him as I can because, like I said, my back line is pretty sparse. So we'll make sure we do as much damage to these Bloodletters as we can right now. Moving on to the Psychic phase, and then we're going to shoot some Bloodletters. End of my turn 3. Jessie used his last 2 CP to give the Bloodletters a 4-up invuln against all the shooting I had, and they survived. The Goliath charged in just so... There was 4 left, I think? Yeah, 5 left.
4.
5 of the Goliath killed one in close combat.
Oh, that's right, yes.
So there's 5 left. Goliath charged in, just like I didn't want him to run around and charge whatever the hell he wanted. And killed 1 more. Obviously failed their leadership. He didn't roll the one that he really wanted, so he gets some more back.
Yeah.
That would have been bad for me. But 1 more random morale. So there are 2 left. Still holding that objective, and I'm still zoning him out over here. So that worked out. Obviously, I didn't charge over there, like I said. Just need to keep the zone board right now. The Zord boned. Yes. See what I just said there? You're paying attention.
I'm trying to think what I'm doing.
Zord boned, Jesse.
Okay.
Zord boned.
The Zord boned.
That's what I just said. Okay. I even did a super smite with the Patriarch and killed 6 of them right off the bat.
That's true.
Still didn't fucking kill them. Holy crap!
That's true. I forgot about that 6 dying off the bat.
Yeah. There was only 14 left, and all those guns still didn't kill him. And that I'm wounding on 4s. You know how cool that is to wound on 4s with my strength 3 guns. Oh well. Moving on to Jesse's turn 3. He does get 10 points for
10
primary.
points.
He did exactly what he needed to do. Good job, Jesse. Let's see what you can do this turn now. End of Jesse's turn 3 movement phase. These bloodletters are coming in just like we said. Gonna kill this thing here. He moved up to make sure he can charge it as well. And that Demon Prince moved up in case the Aberrants survive a ton of shooting from the Scarabs. So he's going to try. He was thinking about going after that objective, but we talked about it. There is no benefit to him doing that. It will deny me getting 15 points. But because I'm already at 25 for primary, all I have to do is hold 2 for 2 more turns and I'll max out. So it's not worth it for him to do that. He might as well try to keep his 10 points every turn and just keep dedicating to these 2 objectives, get as many points as he can. So let's see what he can do. Can he kill these Aberrants? He's terrified of them. I don't know why. Aberrants aren't that scary.
They just have like 1,000 attacks.
Just 1,000 attacks, not a big deal.
Alright. So shooting phase, they died.
Yeah.
The rubrics.
To a lot of shooting.
Or to the Scarabs. This thing died to a lot of bloodletter attacks. Dustin auto-explode, killed the 1 unit that had 2 guys left.
Yeah, it had, just for those of you that aren't aware of that strat, it is called Rig to Explode, I think, or something like that. If you have demo charges on the Goliath, or any kind of, they can do it too, but that makes it more expensive, and then he wouldn't count for my Overstand We Fight. But the Goliath had it, so he auto-exploded for 1 CP, finished off the 2-man squad, killed 2 in the other squad, and did 2 wounds to the character who is somewhere in there.
Right in there.
Yeah, there he is. So Jesse did exactly what he needed to do again. Going to make sure he's going to keep his 10 points. If I can't completely kick him off this objective, which if last turn was any indication, with less shooting now because the Goliath's dead, probably not going to happen. But yeah, I'm going to take my turn now. I'm not going to be, I can't overextend against this because if I do, then he can come back. I just need to hold my ground and win out on points. That's what we got to do. GSC call it run out of gas, and my fuel is running pretty low.
Still a lot of units, though.
I still have a lot of units. They're not good units, but I got a lot of them.
A lot of them.
All right, these guys have to die. My turn 4 coming up. End of my turn 4, and we are going to call it there. I managed to wipe that Bloodletter squad because both of my psychers here...
11 mortal wounds.
11 mortal wounds from 2 smites.
Dustin did not fail a single psychic power all game.
People wonder why I always bring zoanthropes. You know, psychic is really good when you just don't fail any powers. It's pretty good. You know,
I played the psychic army. I got 0 super smite. Failed a lot of powers.
You did fail a lot of them. Rerolled a bunch. He did the exact. He was on the back foot from turn 1, which was rough because of my first turn charge that I got off. But he did the right thing. He hunkered down to manage to get a lot of points out of what would seem to be like a losing game, just because he couldn't get to my back line to get engage or deploy. And that's why I had to kill these guys. If I didn't kill them, he actually might have been able to get deploy.
Yeah, if I would have, there was a chance to get deploy scramblers because of the redeploy strat on them.
Yeah, exactly. It's also why I didn't overcommit. It's very important in 9th edition to know your limits, especially as a GSC player. If I rushed into him, he would have fucked me up.
So yeah.
So what are your thoughts on your current list in I guess your early thoughts on 9th? You haven't done too many games in 9th, but so what do you like about the list? What don't you like about the list?
There's a lot to like about the Flesh Hounds are garbage.
Yeah,
I think 180 points down.
I think we agreed that the Flesh Hounds are indeed garbage. We knew, but we had to see.
Yeah, because I really like them.
Yeah,
So
and they're really nicely painted. They're gorgeous models. We want them to be good. They're not right now.
They're not good right now.
It's unfortunate.
The Scarabs are awesome.
The Scarabs are amazing.
You put resources into them, but they're worthwhile.
There was no point in me even fighting them.
Yeah, so Scarabs are really worthwhile. Rubrics are normally better than they were this game. The amount of seismic you had really cut down their effectiveness.
Yeah, because they get up close to you. These seismic is really good against Primaris. This is why I like them in this list. I think they're actually becoming better than the mining lasers in general. So I need to model some more of those and paint those up because they're pretty good. Even the heavy seismic on the rock grinders is pretty worthwhile, even though the rock grinders themselves aren't. They're lackluster. They were pretty good.
They were good in this game because they blocked. They zoned me out.
They zoned you out. I like bringing them. I still don't think they're really competitive, but they're fun. They're fun to use, and they do have their uses.
So this list is good. It's hard against a
board control.
A board control army when you go second.
Yes.
So at first I thought going second was actually going to be good for me, but because you were able to control so much of the board, it really cut off the ability for Cult of Duplicity to do anything.
Because there's guys back here too.
Yeah, Cult of Duplicity became very limited.
Yes.
And
I needed to try to take that away from you because it's really strong.
Yeah, and the bloodletters being forced to fight out of my bloodletters are designed to be in your zone, be deal with this.
100%.
And they couldn't get there.
I needed to give you something to kill with them that I didn't care as much about, because if I didn't, those bloodletters would tear.
Yeah, if they had been able to get past these vehicles up front and get into this back here, they would have gone through a lot of obviously the patriarchs do get rid of them and stuff, you know what I mean? But this side kind of thing, they had gone back here.
Yeah.
They would have been able to start going through large swaths of that army. But I think might be worth starting one of them on the table in some games, to be honest. If you can hide with the hide, yeah. And this game, I didn't know that you could do that Goliath trick.
Yeah, with the transports, yeah.
So if I had known that...
we've talked about it on the podcast, right?
Yeah, I don't listen to you when we talk about you.
There's your proof right there. The only way I can get Jessie to listen to me is to show him on the table.
I would have started all the rubrics back further. I thought I was safe where I was.
We talked about that. I think you deployed a little too aggressively with the tricks I could do, because if I couldn't get the first turn charge off, that actually changes a lot.
Yeah, I think in the game, with those 10 lasting all game, and I put these 5 guys here. And it's funny I put them there because I had them here at first and then moved them here. Mm-hmm. They should have started in some sort of cover as well. That would have helped keep them alive, especially a -1 to hit cover.
Yeah, I only killed them to the man.
Yeah, so that would have helped a lot. So that was the mistakes there. And then once those mistakes happened, being 15 rubrics down turn 1, I was fighting from behind all game.
Yeah.
So I think one of the changes we're going to try that we've discussed, this list was we talked about doing demons, and I don't own beasts and Nurgle, so we couldn't just do that.
Yeah, so to put it in perspective for right now, people that know Jessie, they know he likes to be aggressive. And Thousand Suns, while they are the stronger part of this list, it's not how he's used to playing, not how he's really good at playing. He knows Sluggy he's really good with. He knows how to use those. And the Scarabs are perfect for that. The rubrics are meant more to be their backline, so we need to find something for him to be aggressive with, like bloodletters. Or with the next idea we're going to try in our next game.
We're going to try some Berserkers and Rhinos, which is something that I'm very comfortable with.
Very comfortable. Taking the meta by storm with them.
Yeah, so we're going to try those with the same Thousand Suns attachment minus the Exalted Sorcerer.
Right.
That guy's out to fit more Berserkers and Rhinos.
Yep, that makes sense.
Because he's not that important.
No, he's not.
So yeah, that's what we're going to try next.
Obviously, Fleshhounds are going to be gone.
So
we're going to try these 2 different aggressive styles for him, and then we're going to kind of, after the second game, we'll have a better idea of what we can kind of do to the list to get more to Jessie's style and make it even more competitive. And you're going to see the progression of this as we keep playing the games. The next one, he will play against me again, just because I want to help him kind of figure out which of the 2 between the Bloodletters and the Berserkers that fit him. Hell, maybe it's both. If we can fit them, diddle around with it and see what happens there. And then we're going to start to get Jessie to start bringing in some scrubs to beat up. So
get ready, Adam.
Get ready, Adam. You know it's you, buddy. You're first on the list. And I think Eddie wanted to play you again, too.
Eddie wants to get rid of his... Because I beat Eddie at a tournament, which means he's a filthy casual.
Right. He wants to get rid of the FC title.
So if I've ever beat you at a tournament, or ever, you're a filthy casual.
Wow.
Because I'm just good enough to not be a filthy casual.
I see. But you read a lot of fluff, you know. You read all the Blood Angels books and the Space Wolves books and shit. You know.
I actually have read the majority of Blood Angels.
I know you have. You actually have. I wasn't kidding.
But yeah.
You're a fluff bunny at heart.
That's what we're gonna try next, and we'll see how the Berserkers work out. We tried them before. We're gonna try them again.
We know you like them, but we're gonna see if they still work in that. I'm gonna bring not this. This was a little bit of a soft list because again, Jessie was trying out some Flesh Hounds, so I couldn't go too big. We were both trying some stuff out. I'm gonna be bringing pure Nids next time, I think, and I'm gonna bring out my Zoanthrope. So it's gonna be, and it'll be better for you because you have a lot of denies to deny all my, 11 smites of D6 damage. See if I can still not fail any.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens that game. In the meantime, let us know what you thought about the bat rep. If you like this style, if you want anything to change, what you like, what you didn't like. We want to try to get to the point that what our fans are looking for in our bat reps. So it's going to be a lot. You know what armies we play, what armies we have. We'll be playing against each other a couple times, but soon we'll get Jessie to start getting some scrubs. So if you're a local scrub and you want to play Jessie coming up, let us know. Message us on Facebook, YouTube, and listen to the podcast. We got a podcast too. I don't know if you might actually be on YouTube thinking, who the fuck are these guys? We are Starter Scrub.
Yeah, with a podcast. Oh, do I have to?
Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing. This.
Yeah. So you can find us on Patreon if you'd like to support us. Just search Starter Scrub on Patreon.com. You can listen to the podcast wherever you get your podcasts from. Obviously, you can find our battle reports on YouTube, and I think every week there are weekly games on Twitch, video games on Twitch on Wednesdays.
There are. Where is it? Where is it, Jessie?
Search Stutter Scrub at twitch.tv.
No, I'm waiting for something else to end the video with.
Nailed it.
Bam! There it is. The first Stutter Scrub bat rep. We'll see you next time.